Good morning. Welcome to Hermetic Temple Radio, and welcome to our 11:11 meditation practice. We will begin our observance of 11:11 morning meditation, in which we will center ourselves and try to reach out metaphysically to connect with the wider universe and to connect with one another. Now, to begin, let us begin first of all by finding a comfortable seated position. Actually, your position may be seated. It may be any other position too that you will find comfortable. For the next half hour or so, we have a short piece of music, actually about 17 minutes worth of music, followed by a brief period of quiet meditation. And to start out with, find yourself a comfortable position, one that you can hold for about 30 minutes. Do some deep breathing and relax. Breathe in as deeply as you can, filling up your lungs as full as you comfortably can. Don't push it, but just breathe in and fill your lungs completely. And then hold momentarily. Let the oxygen in your lungs enrich your blood. And then exhale. Exhale as completely as you comfortably can. And let's just take a couple of minutes to repeat this process. And now, after you've taken several moments to breathe in deeply and exhale completely, bring yourself to a normal breathing pattern and just prepare to relax. You may sit or stand with your eyes open or your eyes closed, and you may alternate eyes open or eyes closed throughout the duration of this meditation. Now we will begin with a few minutes of using our 11:11 meditation mantra, OO. And then I will, after we've done the OO chanting for a minute or two, I will then switch on the meditation music, and at that point you may continue to chant OO as long as you wish, or you may just simply choose to quit the chanting of OO and listen quietly to the music and just let yourself go. begin to open your eyes if you have not done so already. Breathe in deeply, smile, continue to relax, and prepare to bring yourself back to normal awakening consciousness. Now, today, as a follow-up to our 11-11 meditation practice, I'd like to offer up a short teaching on distractions in meditation and how to handle distractions in meditation. For the beginner, I think it is very easy to get turned off by certain distractions, to lose heart, to lose your resolve. Some people get into the practice of meditation thinking, okay, great, I'm going to overcome my health problems in a month. I'm going to learn how to relax, within a few weeks, and hopefully by the end of the year I will become enlightened. And with these goals in mind, sometimes very unrealistic goals in mind, a lot of people think that they have to devote themselves to a rigid, strict course of meditation. And when they get distracted in the beginning, in the first few tries, especially if you have these unrealistic goals in mind of wanting to do this, that, and the other thing, within a few weeks to a few months to only a year, then it's easy to lose your resolve. And a lot of people kind of sit down and they try to meditate. They get distracted for whatever reason, be it, the monkey mind or the mind just playing tricks on you, not being able to silence the mind, or, cats, dogs getting fussy, children getting fussy, somebody knocking at the door. Yeah, it's easy for folks to lose their resolve and to just give up on meditation altogether. And the first few times that I tried meditation, when I first learned meditation, I was in high school. I think I was about a junior in high school, and it was a high school seminary. And we were being taught meditation through the vehicle of what they called centering prayer, which was a 20-minute form of meditation. And we were given a short, 10-minute introduction to centering prayer by, one of our spiritual leaders there at the seminary. And then we're told, okay, go forth and do this. And that was all the instruction that we received. And it was all the encouragement that we received. And I think the only reason we received it is because centering prayer was being introduced by somebody pretty high up in the Catholic faith at that time. I think still is. And our religious superiors there at the seminary didn't really fully understand meditation, but because they were told to teach this, they taught it. And they did their job. So with that basic understanding of meditation, I sat down late at night in the seminary chapel, and there was somebody else there too that came about that same time with the same goal in mind. And we both just kind of sat there for a little while. And we kind of expected our minds to kind of calm down and clear all by themselves. We did the chanting of a chosen mantra. And we tried it that one time, and then neither one of us went back to it afterwards. We just got bored with it. It just didn't take, that first time. And I didn't really try meditation again until I got into college. And then I gave myself to the practice a little bit more seriously. But at that stage in my life, I wasn't really into meditation. I was really more into self-medication. See, in college, that's when I became of legal drinking age to get the good stuff, the hard stuff that's available throughout the United States, and I began experimenting a little bit with meditation, but more with self-medication via alcohol. And slowly, not that slowly at all, the what in my case turned into an alcoholic addiction took over, and meditation just took a severe back burner to that pursuit of self-medication. And for the next 20 years or so, my main form of medication was raising a beer bottle to my lips and chilling out that way. And it was only after I got serious about kicking the alcohol addiction that I returned to meditation, and there took it very seriously. But the first few times that you try to practice meditation, you will be tempted to stop. You will probably become discouraged, and there will be numerous distractions. I can just about guarantee you that. One common distraction is what's been called by other meditation practitioners the monkey mind, where you just can't turn off your mind. And that's where we have certain basic tools. We use both of these here in our practice. Either the chanting of a mantra, which works for some people, where you just get a prayer word or a mantra fixed in your mind, and it can be anything that you feel comfortable with. What I like to do is, when I'm working on a specific issue in my personal life, I will make the mantra fit that issue. Like, for example, if I want to focus on love, I will have a mantra like, I am love. I am love. Or if you want to get the mantra to follow your breathing pattern, as you inhale, think or say, I am love. And then as you exhale, you can think in your mind, I exhale negativity. So it can be something like, I am love on the inhale, or I inhale love as you inhale, and then I exhale negativity on the exhale breath. And after trying that for a few minutes, once you get the rhythm down, that can help calm the monkey mind, can help to close down your higher critical thinking areas of your brain, and just prepare yourself to chill, reach a calm, relaxed state. Not Netflix and chill, but just meditation and chill. And just chill out and be at one with the universe, and allow your higher power to begin to communicate with you. And I will talk more about that in a later broadcast. But that's one way to kind of calm the monkey mind, which can be a major distraction for many people in meditation. Another way is to focus on the breath. And again, now in this practice, mindfulness meditation or breath meditation, you don't have a mantra. Instead, you allow yourself to follow the breath, follow your breath, and let your breathing become a mantra of sorts. And as you're breathing in, you're fully aware that you are breathing in. And as you exhale and breathe out, you are fully aware that you are breathing out. And as you're doing this, again, you try to calm the mind focus on the breath and focus on the sensation that your breathing has on you physically. Feel the breath as you breathe in, either through your nose, which I recommend, or through your mouth if you're not able to breathe through your nose. But just follow the breath and be aware of the physical sensation that your breathing has, either on your nose, on your upper lip, or in your mouth, anywhere on your body. Feel your lungs expanding, and then feel your lungs contracting. And just be mindful of the breath. And this is something that once you get into it, can take you a very long way in your meditation practice. I know a few teachers that really teach and do little besides breath meditation or mindfulness meditation. It, too, is a very powerful vehicle for, getting into a meditation practice. Now, there are, of course, other distractions, and again, before I get into the other distractions, I'd like to emphasize the need for patience, because even if you're chanting, even if you're trying to focus very intently on your breath, on your breathing, on the physical sensations within your body, you may still experience distractions, and that's for many people, that's going to be perfectly normal. Sitting still for an extended period of time and just doing nothing, not even watching TV, not even listening to music, can be very boring. I mean, in our world today, we are being conditioned to do this and do that and just do. We're not really being encouraged to sit. And we have a common expression, don't just sit there, do something. And then a teacher I love, Thich Nhat Hanh, has reversed that, and he coined a saying, don't just do something, sit there. But, our culture favors action over contemplation and over reflection. So to develop the discipline to just sit still and chill without Netflix being on, and just sit there for 10, 15, 20 minutes, a half hour, an hour, for some people even 2 or 3 minutes, it is a discipline that you have to work at. There are tricks to overcome distractions, but distractions will come, and don't give up when they do. Work through the distractions as best you can. And if in your first attempt to meditate, you try to go 5 minutes, but you feel like you've only gotten maybe 10, 20 seconds of quality meditation time in, let that be good enough. Just develop the attitude that, okay, this is my starting point, but it's not going to be my end point. I am going to build on that starting point. And over time, and this may take some time for some people, but over time, as long as you are committed to the practice of meditation and set yourself up a workable, reasonable, daily routine of meditation practice, you will slowly begin to develop that discipline that it takes to just sit there and chill without any other external stimuli, save perhaps some meditation music or the light of a candle. So yeah, this is, as a matter of fact, I was doing an interview on one of my other radio shows with Kavita. I can't remember her last name now, but Kavita. She's a yoga teacher in British Columbia. And she brought something to my mind that I had totally overlooked in my meditation practice up to that point. We were talking about yoga, and I was saying, this sounds a little bit like my practice of meditation. And, she said, well, Ralph, meditation is a form of yoga practice. And she said, it takes sometimes just as much discipline to get yourself to sit there quietly for an extended period of time and just be comfortable sitting there as it does to do any of the yoga positions. And that was a newsflash to me, because to me, when I finally got into meditation and gave myself to it wholeheartedly, after, several failed attempts years before, finally when I resumed my meditation practice 10 years ago and got into it for about 3 hours a day, every day of the week, something clicked and it just became natural to me. It just became second nature to me. And so the idea of meditation being a form of yoga, where you have to kind of work and stretch and discipline your body to get into those exotic positions, really was a mind blower for me, because what it told me is that even the art of just sitting quietly is a discipline that we have to work with, that we have to work at, just as much as twisting yourself into a pretzel in other forms of yoga. So it is a discipline, and in the beginning, very seldom does any form of discipline come easily and automatically. If it does, then okay, you're blessed. You are predispositioned to be a great yoga meditation practitioner. But for a lot of us, we have to work at it, and it may take some time. But give yourself that time and be patient with yourself. And if all you could do is just a few seconds in the beginning, accept that as being your starting point, and then on your next attempt, try to build on that. And over time, something will click, and you will get into it. Unless, of course, you quit and stop, in which case, well, maybe meditation's just not right for you. But, to each their own. But take the time to explore it. Now, another distraction, and this is more of, we're talking about the external distractions in meditation. It can be like the piece of music that I played today. Once we got into it, I kind of liked that piece of music, but in the beginning, I really didn't. It kind of, for me, it kind of broke the mood a little bit. And other people may have been perfectly happy with that piece of music. Some people, we all have different musical tastes. But if something external to you is distracting you from meditation, then as much as is possible, just try to smile, admit that this is a distraction, but try to work your way through it. Just listen to it, accept it, don't fight it, don't resist it, just accept it, and then ease back into your practice of meditation. So like if you're playing a bit of music that has a harsh, dissonant chord in it, and that jars you out of your meditation, just smile and admit, okay, I that got me, you got me. And then just continue working on the breath, working on your mantra, whichever you choose to do. and work through that distraction and just accept it and move on. Now, for something more powerful, a distraction like dogs and cats jumping around the house saying, I need to go outside and pee, something that can't be put off, or a child crying, saying, I need mommy, I need daddy, I need some attention, and I need it now. These are things that we can't put off. Or, somebody knocking at the door. You're quiet, you're set up in your meditation position, you got everything going, you're beginning to chill, and then all of a sudden somebody knocks on the door, and they're not just going to go away. What you can do, there are really two basic ways that we can choose to handle this distraction in meditation. One is to come out of the meditation experience with a negative attitude and getting up with the attitude of, oh my God, what in the hell is it now? I can never get even 5 or 10 bloody minutes to put into my meditation practice. Pardon my raising of my voice there, but sometimes that's the feeling. Here I set everything up so I could have, 20 minutes, a half hour, just to chill out with the universe, and then this happens, and you can stop your meditation practice with that negative attitude, and then get up and address the distraction with that negative attitude. And if it's something like a child needing attention, or a dog or a cat needing, your attention, that attitude's just going to kill the entire experience. And you're going to blow not only your meditation practice for that time period, but you're also going to blow a little bit of your relationship with the child, with your dog or cat, or any other beings that you need to relate to. So another way that we can respond to a distraction like that is to respond with an attitude not of negativity, but an attitude of continued meditation. See, one part of meditation is that we are fully present within the moment. We are fully aware and fully cognizant of the present moment. And meditation isn't just sitting down and chilling out with the universe simply by doing nothing. You can develop a practice where your daily routine becomes an act of meditation, so long as you are focused on the doing of that routine, but focused in a way where it's not the ego. You're not focusing on the ego, but you're just focused on the present moment. That as I'm getting up and walking to the door, I am aware that I am walking to the door, and I am present within that moment. And by ending your sitting meditation, while still being focused in the present moment, you haven't really ended your meditation. You've shifted your meditation from, say, mindfulness meditation or mantra meditation. You've shifted that to walking meditation or some other act of meditation. While I get up and I'm walking to the door, I am fully present as I'm walking to the door. When I open the door for somebody who's knocking on the door, I am there. I am fully present. I am available. I am focusing on what needs to be done at that present moment. And if it's something like taking care of a child that's getting fussy. You can do that focusing on love, focusing on compassion, and focusing on being there for that child, or a dog, or a cat, or any other being that requires your attention. So when a distraction arises, we can approach it with the attitude that, oh, well, I don't want to cuss here, but you get the idea. Oh my goodness, what is it now? And just focus on it with a negative attitude, a self-defeating attitude, and address that distraction with that negative energy. Or we can respond in a way that does not really end our meditation, but just shifts our meditation away from a passive, less active form of meditation to a more active form of meditation where we do what we need to do, but we're focused in love, we're focused in compassion, and we're focused on being there while we're doing what we need to do, being fully present in the present moment. My wife does this. One of her forms of meditation, besides sitting meditation, is crochet. And she will sit there doing some crochet pattern and just being there, just fully present in that moment, just meditating while she is doing the crochet. People who are cooking can do the same thing when they're cooking. Be fully present, be fully aware. Let yourself go while you're cooking and just let the art of cooking become your meditation. And when we are distracted from our sitting meditation by external distractions that just arise out of nowhere and just refuse to go away until we give that distraction our attention, directing our energy out of love and serving the need of another being can be one of the highest forms of meditation. So, one way that we can handle distractions is by not allowing the distraction to be a distraction, but simply a challenge or an opportunity to redirect ourselves from one form of meditation to another form of meditation. For when we are focused in love, and when we are focused to serve the needs of other beings, then that too, to me, is a very noble form of meditation. Now, there are other ways of dealing with distractions. One I've kind of hinted at, and that is to set up your meditation practice at a time when you normally are not going to be distracted. Like, don't try to meditate while you're driving through rush hour traffic. That can be highly dangerous and disastrous. Don't try to meditate right in the middle of a battlefield or a board meeting. Sometimes, there are people who can do that and do it quite well. The beginner is not such a person normally. Set yourself a time and create for yourself a space where you will not be distracted for a certain period of time. And then go for it. Then go with it. And then also, if you need some external thing to focus on to help to facilitate your meditation, like music or the light of a candle. I love candlelight. Darkened room with candlelight for me just creates the perfect space to get into the meditation experience. So do what you have to do to find a time where you are less likely to be distracted, and then set up a quiet space, a sacred space, a holy space, where you can just give yourself to the practice and nothing else for a certain length of time. And then be consistent. If you choose like 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes at lunch, and 30 minutes at night, if you find that's not too rigorous for you in the beginning, then do that, not just one day a week, but do it like, 7 days a week. If that's not possible, then shoot for something like 6 days a week. But, try to do it daily. Try to do it consistently. And that will help you build the discipline and help you to enrich your practice. And then once you get into that routine, setting your schedule up to where you are less likely to have distractions, like telephone calls, business meetings, things of that nature, that will be helpful too, because once we get into a certain routine, we just automatically, subconsciously begin to order our life to where everything kind of revolves around those practice times, that I'm supposed to do this and this and this before my meditation practice. And these other things, they are going to wait until after my meditation practice. And that's the way I choose to consciously order my life. And it just becomes second nature. And we just order things in such a way that it all just falls into place. And that's one benefit of meditation right there too, is that it helps us to tune in to the energy of the universe, and it helps us to listen to that energy and to go with the flow. And when we go with the flow of the universal energy, we are strengthened by the universal energy, more so than if we try to resist it. If we try to resist the universal energy, it will weaken us. If we go with it, go with the flow of the universal energy, that universal energy will pervade us, it will strengthen us, it will become one with us, and then at that point we will naturally seek out to do the good that the energy of the universe wishes for us to accomplish. And we become willing, conscious co-creators. So as we get further and further and deeper into a practice of meditation, and we do it faithfully, things will begin to order themselves more or less naturally. And we will be given the opportunity to consciously work with that flow of energy and just go with it. So I think that's about all I can come up with for now on distractions. If you enjoy these podcasts, and if you have questions that you would like to hear addressed, on these podcasts, feel free to drop me a line. You can do that at my email address, which is hermetictemple@gmail.com, hermetictemple@gmail.com, and email me your questions, email me your thoughts, anything you'd like. And if I can, I will try to address your questions or concerns in future broadcasts. If you would like to support us financially, we are a growing, developing organization. We are acquiring land upon which to build our temple headquarters in Wheatland, Missouri. If you would like to financially donate to this cause, you can do so at our main website at www.hermetictemple.com. And you can also, if you wish, become a regular recurring patron support us with recurring donations on our Patreon page, and that link is in the program description of this podcast. So, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for connecting with us through the 1111 practice of meditation. And until we meet again, this is Frater Ralph wishing you a blessed day of spiritual discovery. Blessings.